Hello, Fabulous Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2016, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month we have a powerful set of lunar activities happening. We've got a new moon early in the month and a full moon mid-month. And this activity ultimately is going to have a lot of us having our emotions very much on the surface. So there's a lot of intensity to the energy that is playing out this month, and a lot of honesty as well. A lot of very powerful feelings coming to the surface, and also a desire to make some very consequential decisions. All of us in some way are going to be feeling that the events are fated as they transpire. And for you, of course, that is playing out as well in a few different ways in the context of love. So as I look at this sky, yes, in a sense, there is a strong financial focus that I spoke of in the general focused horoscope. But there's also a focus here that has to do with self-value and seeing yourself more lovingly and seeing yourself more desirably, seeing your desirability as well heightened under a sky like this. So there are a few ways that this can turn out, particularly when it comes to those of you who are in an established bond. If you're in an established bond, this can be a really powerful time where you are realizing what you are worth, and if you have what it is that matches what you believe that you deserve to have. This also can be a time when there is some, if you're in an established bond, there can be some, I want to say, like a power dynamic playing out, particularly where it comes to money. So be mindful of this. Ultimately, how much are you sharing? How much are you giving and how much are you receiving? Where does it feel fair? Where does it not feel fair? These are topics that very much can come up under a sky like this. There is a desire now for greater equality, for greater balance on the one hand, but also I have a feeling as I look at this that if there have been any like financial promises made between you and your partner, this is where they're going to come up to the surface. This is where it's going to be, okay, you promised me something, you promised that you would work while I went to school, and now I desire to do that. You promised that once our money was a certain way, then we could start to have children. You promised that once you had achieved this certain goal, then we'd be able to travel. So that's the kind of negotiating I'm seeing happening back and forth, whether it's you that's negotiating or the partner. In some way, this is a topic that is likely to arise over the course of this month, and particularly I see this arising early in the month. So it is going to be early in the month that some of this may come up. So it's either going to be based on value, on self-value. There might be a focus on your spouse's income in some way, or there may be a focus on the giving and receiving, the agreements made, and now the things that you desire to start new, that you desire to start fresh, based on promises that have already been made, based on the two of you talking. Now there might be a need for a little bit of renegotiating under a sky like this, and so that's up to you to decide how you're going to engage that and what feels right as you move forward. But ultimately, this sky does suggest a need to consider your current circumstances, consider what has been, and consider the best way to move forward, and that the two of you may have very different ideas related to that. What I do really like about this month though, and again early in the month, there might be some change in your partner's financial circumstances. Now ultimately, there is positive news here because that particular new moon is speaking with Jupiter, is speaking with Mars. So overall, there's a sense of empowerment, a sense of upliftment happening in the bigger picture. However, it may come up that there's some change in your partner's finances, and that serves as the trigger to the conversation that needs to happen. What has been promised? What now do you finally feel you're ready to begin again? This can also be if there's been an ongoing situation concerning your partner, whether it's a legal matter or otherwise, but some situation that felt like it was just dragging on, that you wanted to bring to a close in your partner's life. Now it's very possible that that closure happens and you're able to feel a sense of a new beginning, and particularly your partner feels a sense of new beginnings in their life as well. Now, again, there may be some like last minute negotiating that takes place that allows that new beginning to happen, but in some ways it is going to change and remind you all of some things that you committed to in the past, maybe had to put to the side, now wanting to deal with it and wanting to move forward in light of your current circumstances. For those of you who are open to meeting someone new, I think that a sky like this says that there will not be a desire for anything superficial. I mean, it's almost as if I'm seeing a desire on your part to be changed from the inside out, to have a transformative experience. Now, thankfully, this is a sky with a lot of transformative experiences to it. However, I think it's going to be hard for you this month, even though, you know, Sagittarius are able to have detachment when they need, right? Which is great. Sagittarius are able to enjoy life. And part of enjoying life is not taking things so seriously. However, this can be a month where things can feel consequential. And so keep that in mind. I have a feeling as I look at this sky that you could meet somebody now, but there's something happening there that doesn't feel right to you. So either they might be somebody who's coming in with a whole lot of baggage. So you want to watch, like, are you trying to heal somebody here? They might also be somebody who's coming in who's putting up all kinds of, like, you know, rules and stuff like that. So what I mean by that is, this is somebody who comes in and is like, okay, they're acting like they're all into you, like they really like you, like they really want to be with you. And then they're like, okay, I just got out of a relationship, and so, you know, I do like you and I do want to spend time with you, but don't expect anything from me. Like, they're basically telling you that they want all the perks of a relationship without the responsibility. Very possible with a sky like this, to be honest. So just be mindful of that and listen to people, right? People show you who they are, believe them. So that's very Maya Angelou, right? Thank you to her. Her work is immortal. But yeah, when somebody's telling you something clearly about what they're about, listen to them. Allow yourself to do that. Also, with this particular energy, it might be you, in all honesty, as I look at this sky. It might be you that has a desire for an experience that is meaningful to you, but for whatever circumstances, you are putting parameters around it as well. So it may very well be you that's expressing this, and then you've got to decide, like, does it feel right to move forward? Yes, on the one hand, you know, if you say it and you're honest, that's everything. But on the other hand, you've also got to be sensitive to how somebody else is reacting to you. So if somebody really, really likes you, if you're saying to them, like, okay, I'm only willing to give this much, and they're like, that's fine, but you know, and their actions are showing you that they really, really like you and they want more, then it's up to you to decide how you're going to move forward from it. Yes, on a surface level, you're being ethical, and that's great. It's always good to be honest and upfront. And yet, are you okay with that? Are you okay with knowing that even though they're saying something, their actions and their energy is telling you something different? So that may very well be part of this choice also. What I really love about this month for you is that sense of consequence, is that understanding that it is meaningful intimacy that you're going for. So just doing something on a very, like, superficial, not important, you know, let's just get some exercise kind of level, it's not going to mean a lot to you now. It's not going to be satisfying now, and it actually is not going to work. Even with the intention set, that's not going to work with a sky like this. Your decisions now in love are ones that are going to have far-reaching consequences, and are ones that are going to speak to you very personally and speak to you in meaningful ways as well. So choose your words consciously and strive to be honest, and also strive to listen as well. Really listen from the heart, because when you do, then you're really able to understand what someone else is telling you, and from that place you're able to respond from heart. And responding from heart is a sure way to respond in a way that allows you to feel good about yourself and how it is that your actions are affecting other people. Head over to my website right now to get early access to the Jupiter Special Horoscopes. In the month of September, Jupiter will change signs, will move into the sign of Libra. This is so exciting, as all of us in some way are going to notice our blessings shift and feel ourselves getting more hopeful and getting more opportunity in a very practical kind of way in a new area of life. So based on your sun sign, based on your moon sign, your rising sign, Jupiter will bless your life in new ways. So to find out how and to get an early look into how, head on to my website, nadiyashah.com. And of course, those horoscopes will be available on YouTube to the public on YouTube in the month of September. But if you want an early look, visit my website. And I look forward to seeing you there. It'll be great. This move of Jupiter into Libra will be great. Enjoy.